magical place filled with bright colors, loud laughter, and the delicious scent of popcorn and cotton candy. People from nearby villages traveled far and wide just to catch a glimpse of its wonder. The heart of Circus Town was its grand tent, and inside that tent, the star of every show was Jolly the Joker. Jolly wasn't like any other Joker. His face was painted with a big, happy smile, and his eyes sparkled like tiny stars. He wore a colorful suit with stripes, polka dots, and a floppy hat that jingled with every step. But Jolly's most special gift was his ability to spread joy wherever he went. When Jolly performed, even the grumpiest person couldn't help but laugh. A new beginning. One sunny morning, Jolly sat on a wooden bench outside the grand tent, polishing his bright red shoes. His best friend, Benny the Balloon Man, was busy making animal balloons for the children. Jolly noticed a little boy standing nearby, watching the balloons with wide eyes. The boy looked shy, clutching a small teddy bear. "Hello there, young man," Jolly called out, his voice warm and inviting. "Would you like a balloon?" The boy nodded hesitantly. Jolly jumped up and whispered to Benny, who smiled and handed him a shiny blue balloon shaped like a dog. "Here you go, my friend," said Jolly, kneeling to hand the balloon to the boy. "What's your name?" "Lucas," the boy stammered. "Well, Lucas, welcome to Circus Town. I'm Jolly, and I promise you'll have the best day ever." Lucas's face lit up with a small smile, and he hugged the balloon tightly. The grand show. That evening, the grand tent buzzed with excitement as people filled the seats. The ringmaster, a tall man with a booming voice, announced the start of the show. Acrobats soared through the air, lions roared, and elephants danced. But everyone knew the best part was yet to come. "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls," the ringmaster declared, "it's time for the one, the only, Jolly the Joker." The audience erupted in applause as Jolly tumbled onto the stage, his floppy hat bouncing. He juggled colorful balls, balanced on a unicycle, and performed silly dances that made everyone laugh. Lucas, sitting in the front row with his parents, laughed so hard that tears streamed down his face. For his final act, Jolly brought out his magical laugh box, a small wooden chest with swirling patterns. "This, my friends, is no ordinary box," Jolly said with a wink. "It contains the power of laughter." He opened the box, and a joyful melody filled the tent, making everyone giggle uncontrollably. Even the grumpiest faces in the crowd broke into smiles. The mystery of the missing laughter. The next morning, something strange happened. The usual cheerful chatter of Circus Town was replaced with silence. Jolly noticed that even Benny wasn't his usual bubbly self. "What's wrong, Benny?" Jolly asked, concerned. "I don't know, Jolly," Benny replied, sighing. "It feels like all the joy has disappeared overnight." Jolly decided to investigate. He walked through the town, greeting everyone he met, but no one smiled or laughed. Even the animals seemed unusually quiet. Jolly's heart sank. Something was definitely wrong. That's when he noticed Lucas sitting alone on a bench, holding his teddy bear tightly. "Lucas, are you okay?" Jolly asked gently. Lucas shook his head. "Last night, I had a dream," he said softly. "A shadowy figure came and took all the laughter away." Jolly's eyes widened. "A shadowy figure?" Lucas nodded. "It said it didn't like laughter and wanted to keep it all for itself." The quest to find laughter. Jolly knew he had to act quickly. He gathered the Circus Town performers and shared Lucas's story. Together, they decided to search for the missing laughter. Armed with his laugh box, Jolly led the group into the enchanted forest, where the shadowy figure was said to live. The forest was dark and eerie, with twisted trees and glowing mushrooms. As they ventured deeper, they heard faint giggles carried by the wind. "The laughter is close," Jolly whispered, clutching his laugh box tightly. Finally, they reached a clearing where a tall, cloaked figure stood beside a swirling portal. The stolen laughter floated around the figure like tiny, golden sparks. "Who dares enter my domain?" the figure boomed. "I am Jolly the Joker," Jolly replied, standing tall. "And I've come to take back the laughter you've stolen." The figure laughed darkly. "Why should I return it? Laughter brings chaos and noise. I prefer silence." Jolly took a deep breath. "Laughter brings joy and connection. Without it, the world becomes a dull and lonely place." The figure hesitated for a moment, then shook its head. "You cannot convince me," it said. "But I will give you a chance. If you can make me laugh, I will return the laughter to Circus Town." The challenge. Jolly knew this would be his most important performance yet. He took out his juggling balls and began juggling, adding more and more balls until it seemed impossible to keep them all in the air. Then, he pretended to trip and sent the balls flying in all directions. The performers gasped, but Jolly turned the mishap into a silly dance that made everyone giggle. The shadowy figure's lips twitched, but it didn't laugh. Next, Jolly brought out his unicycle and rode it backward while wearing a pair of oversized, squeaky shoes. He honked a tiny horn and made silly faces, but still, the figure remained stoic. Finally, Jolly opened his laugh box. The joyful melody filled the clearing, and golden sparks of laughter swirled around the shadowy figure. Slowly, the figure's shoulders began to shake, and a deep, hearty laugh escaped its lips. "You win, Jolly," the figure said, its voice softer now. "I had forgotten how wonderful laughter feels." With a wave of its hand, the figure released the stolen laughter, which floated back toward Circus Town like a golden breeze. The return of joy. When Jolly and the performers returned to Circus Town, they found it buzzing with excitement once more. People laughed, children played, and the animals seemed livelier than ever. Lucas ran up to Jolly and hugged him tightly. "You did it, Jolly!" Lucas exclaimed. "We did it, my friend," Jolly replied, smiling. That night, Circus Town's grand tent was packed with the happiest crowd yet. Jolly performed his best show ever, and when he opened his laugh box, the melody seemed even brighter and more magical. From that day on, the people of Circus Town cherished their laughter more than ever, and Jolly the Joker continued to spread joy wherever he went. And so, Circus Town remained a magical place, filled with the sound of laughter and the warmth of happiness for years to come.